Welcome to the next lecture of electromagnetic engineering. We are in the chapter electromagnetic waves and this is lecture number 27. In this lecture we are going to discuss previous derivations and points, and then we are going to see some example based on those points. We have derived equations for electromagnetic wave considering Maxwell's equation for different medias, for lossless media, for lossy media, and for pure air and for pure conductors. So one by one we are going to analyze them again. So for lossless media we have derived these equations. For electric field we have derived del square E is equal to mu epsilon E double dot, right? And for magnetic field we have derived the second equation in terms of H, and it is equal to del square H bar is equal to mu epsilon H double dot. What this equation tells? It is del square means Laplacian operator and it indicates spatial variation of that particular field in space along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So del square is space variation and E double dot is time variation, double time variation. And so space variation is equated to time variation, and this variation depends upon the media parameters, that is mu and epsilon. Okay, so same electromagnetic wave has two fields, you know already. It has magnetic field as well as it has electric field, and both are mutually perpendicular to each other. So both fields, both equations will be available here, and these are for lossless media, right? Double dot means double derivative with respect to time, right? And after that we have considered one solution of these equations for lossless media or for purely dielectric media, and that solution we have considered as E of xt is equal to real part of E of xt, and that real part is equal to cos of omega t minus beta x. So any wave or electric field of the wave is expressed like this: E y naught cos of or sine of omega t minus beta x, right? And if you take the real part, then it is cos of omega t minus beta x, and imaginary part is sine of omega t minus beta x. So this is the solution for that particular two equations, and this solution can be expressed in terms of a diagram, and we can show that the electromagnetic wave is traveling like this. It has a cosinusoidal variations, and omega t is a phase velocity multiplied by time, that is the distance covered by the wave, and beta in terms of radians, and beta x is also the phase shift multiplied by distance. So this is expressed in this fashion. It is shown in this diagram, and from this equation if you equate this cos of omega t minus beta x is equal to constant at some instant of time. If I want to find out the value of cos of omega t minus beta x, then I have to assume that as equal to constant, right? And then from that equation we have derived various small equations for omega, for lambda, for beta and velocity. Okay, where velocity v is equal to omega by beta, then beta is, that is phase constant, that is given by omega under square root mu epsilon, or beta is also given by omega divided by v, or lambda is also given by 2 pi by beta. Okay, so lambda is what? It is the distance covered by the wave in 2 pi radians, and omega is the frequency in radians per second. V, small v, is the velocity of the wave in meter per second, right? So these are the small equations that we have derived from lossless equations. Then after that we have seen the electromagnetic wave equations for lossy media, right? So in lossy media there is a presence of conductivity sigma, and because of that the Maxwell's equations In Maxwell's equation also we have to consider that sigma, and from that equation we have derived a wave equation where del square E is equal to j omega mu in bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon bracket complete E bar. That is the full equation we got for electric field when it propagates in lossy media. And similarly, for magnetic field, we got del square H is equal to j omega mu in bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon into H bar. Right? So these are the two equations. But this whole thing, that is j omega mu in bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon is equal to gamma square. And all these are the media parameters. As it is a lossy media, sigma is considered, so this equation has become somewhat bigger than the previous equations. So this complete thing is equal to gamma square, where gamma is called as a propagation constant, and it is a complex number and it is indicated by some complex term as alpha plus j beta, right, where alpha is attenuation constant measured in Nepper per meter, beta is phase shift constant measured in radians per meter, and together they will contribute to propagation constant and it is measured in per meter unit. Okay, so for lossy media the equation will change. Gamma is introduced here, sigma is introduced here, right? And for these point form, for these equations which are in point form, we have considered solution as like this: E bar z comma t, where what is z means the wave is or electric field is propagating in z direction. Okay, so solution of that equation, previous equation, is nothing but E bar z comma t is equal to E naught e raised to minus alpha z cos of omega t minus beta z ax cap. Right, when the wave is traveling in z direction, here you should indicate minus beta z. If the wave is traveling in negative z direction, then here it should be positive beta z. As alpha is there, attenuation is there, it is indicated by e raised to minus alpha z. So this is the solution for electric field equation, right? And for magnetic field, similar solution will be there, but the magnetic field will have some phase shift of theta n, because magnetic field has a tendency that it will not reverse immediately. Okay, the field will be saturated and it is not reversing at the same instant when the electric field is reversing or changing its direction, and because of that some phase difference will be indicated, and that phase difference is indicated by theta n, which is also called as loss angle. Okay, so h bar zt, h bar component for magnetic field is given by h naught e raised to minus alpha z cos of omega t minus beta z minus theta n into ay cap. See here again, E has ax component and H has ay component, and the wave is traveling in z direction. So all three are mutually perpendicular to each other. So as this is a lossy media and alpha is there, that is attenuation is there, and so alpha is an exponential quantity expressed by e raised to minus alpha z. So a wave is attenuating when it travels along z direction. That is shown by the figure below. Okay, wave is attenuating. E naught is its initial amplitude, and as the wave progresses towards z direction, as the distance increases along z direction, the amplitude of the wave is going to decrease, and it is indicated by e raised to minus alpha z, right? So in this way we can express lossy wave propagation in lossy dielectric, right? And from these equations from these bigger equations we have derived what is alpha and what is beta, and we have seen some derivation for that, and from that derivation we got alpha is equal to omega under square root mu epsilon divided by 2 in bracket under square root 1 plus sigma square sigma divided by omega epsilon bracket square root also completes here, and then it is minus 1. Okay, so it is a bigger equation for alpha, that is attenuation constant, and same equation is there for beta, that is phase constant, but there is a plus sign for this one. Okay, so these are the equation for alpha and beta for which media? Lossy dielectric media, or just you can say lossy media, right? So from these equations we are going to solve, we have already solved one example based on this. Okay, so in the last lecture we have seen this example: calculate the intrinsic impedance eta, the propagation constant gamma, and the wave velocity v for a conducting media in which sigma is equal to 34 mega Siemens per meter, mu r is equal to 1 at a frequency of 100 megahertz. Now in this, if such example is given, what you have to first find out whether which kind of media it is. Okay, and now as sigma is given, obviously it is a conducting media. Okay, and we have to find out which equation we have to apply. Which equation we have to apply for conducting media? For conducting media, the equations of eta and alpha beta are like this. Now how these equations are derived, let us see first, and then we'll come back to this example. So we have seen, I think we have seen that equations also. So these are the equations for conducting media when the plane wave is propagating in good conductor. Okay, when the plane wave propagates in good conductor, then sigma is very greater than omega epsilon, right? And good conductor means again there is a loss because of conductivity is present. This means it is a kind of lossy media, right? So we'll start with these equations that we have derived for lossy media. Equation number this 11, 12 and eta. Right, for eta we got this equation as under square root j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon with an angle of theta n. Right, so these equations are for lossy media. In these equations, what we are going to put, we are going to consider that sigma is very greater than omega epsilon. So we directly neglect this omega epsilon in these equations. And after neglecting omega epsilon, suppose in case of alpha equation, if I neglect this omega square sigma square, that this quantity in the denominator, then it is just sigma square, or if it is nearly very less than sigma square, then we'll consider only sigma square. So this 1 minus 1 is getting cancelled, and under square root sigma square is getting outside that square root, and it is just sigma. Right, and therefore the equation, this equation directly changes to this part. What is alpha and what is beta? What is alpha beta now? So it is equal to this sigma square is coming out as sigma, so it is, and omega is going inside the square root, so it is equal to omega mu sigma divided by 2. Omega mu sigma divided by 2. Alpha and beta both are same. If I consider omega is equal to 2 pi f, if I consider omega is equal to 2 pi f, then this 2 and 2 cancels, and alpha will be equal to pi into f into mu into sigma under square root. Okay, so in this way this equation is modified as this equation. Similarly, in the intrinsic impedance equation, this equation eta, what we are going to consider again? sigma is very greater than j omega epsilon, so we'll neglect this quantity, second quantity, right? So it is just under square root omega mu divided by sigma with j, and if you take j outside the square root, then it is angle of 45. Why angle 45? Because this is in rectangular format. J omega mu divided by sigma will be in rectangular format, and from rectangular we can convert it into polar format. So to convert a rectangular quantity into polar quantity, you know how to convert it. In calculator also we can convert it from rectangular to polar format, right? It is under square, magnitude is nothing but under square root x square plus y square, and theta is given by tan inverse of y by x. This is conversion of rectangular to polar. So here angle 45 degree is written because it is nothing but 0 plus j something, and that is equal to angle 45 degree. Right. So eta is equal to under square root omega mu divided by sigma with an angle of 45 degree. What does it mean? The vector E bar is leading H bar by angle of 45 degree. So there is a phase shift between E bar and H bar. Okay. So these are the equation when the wave travels in good conductor. Now let us come back to our example again. Let us go back to the example. So consider this example, calculate the intrinsic impedance eta, the propagation constant gamma, wave velocity v, and for a conducting medium in which sigma is equal to 34 mega Siemens per meter, mu r is equal to 1 at a frequency of 100 megahertz. So for this first we are finding whether the medium is conducting or purely conducting, and to do that we have to consider this ratio sigma divided by omega epsilon. Check whether this ratio comes very greater than 1. Obviously it is very greater than 1 because this 34 mega Siemens per meter is there. Mega means 10 raised to 6. Okay, so find out the value of sigma divided by omega epsilon quickly. I will ask anybody of you. What is the value? Whether it is very greater than 1? If yes, then you can say that the medium is conducting, and we can use equations like this. Eta is like this. Eta is equal to under square root omega mu upon sigma with an angle of 45. Alpha beta is equal to under square root omega mu sigma divided by 2. So from these two equations, find out eta and alpha beta also. I will wait for 5 minutes. You can find out velocity v is equal to 1 upon mu epsilon. So mu r is given as 1. So 1 upon mu epsilon म्हणजे काय? 1 upon under square root mu naught mu r epsilon naught epsilon r एवढं सगळं आहे तिथं. Okay, so this you have to consider as v is equal to 1 upon, whenever there is just mu, you have to consider it is equal to mu naught mu r epsilon naught and epsilon r. all 4 quantities. Consider mu naught, you know the value of mu naught, epsilon naught ची value माहिती आहे. Mu r is given as 1 and epsilon r you consider 1 also. If it is not given, then you can consider 1. Okay, so find out velocity, find out eta and find out alpha, beta. So I think in the last lecture we have calculated this value. I think Namrata, what is the value of V?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it is 1638.45.
1638.45 म्हणजे किती? 1 point किती? Into 10 raised to
3, ma'am.
Okay,
1.638
into 10 raised to 3 meter per second, right? ठीक आहे?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, आणि इटा किती आलं होतं? इटा आणि अल्फा बीटा
मॅम इटा काढलेला 4.80
एवढंच आलंय विथ एन अँगल ऑफ 45 डिग्री.
10⁻³
into 10 raised to -3 with an angle of 45 degree. What is unit of eta?
Yes, ma'am.
Ohms. What is alpha?
Yes, ma'am.
Alpha ची value calculate करा बरं. तर इथं अल्फा is equal to under square root omega means 2 into pi into f, mu means mu naught into mu r, sigma means given it is 34 mega Siemens per meter divided by 2. Or you can consider this second equation under square root pi f mu sigma. If it is alpha, it is not asked in the example, but we need beta value or the gamma value. So for that we have to find out this alpha beta. So if it is alpha, then we have to express this alpha in terms of Np, Np per meter. And if it is beta, then we have to consider the unit radians per meter. What is the value, Namrata?
Ma'am, alpha it is 115.85 Nepar into 10 raised to 3 Nepar per meter.
11 हाँ
115.85
हाँ
into 10 raised to 3.
ओके ओके 115.85 into 10 raised to 3 किंवा 1.158 into 10 raised to 5 राईट नेपर पर मीटर. ठीक आहे. मग गॅमा काय कसं एक्सप्रेस करणार गॅमा गॅमाचं पण इक्वेशन आपल्याकडे होतं ना. व्हॉट इज इक्वेशन फॉर गॅमा? इट इज इक्वल टू अंडर स्क्वेअर रूट ओमेगा म्यू इप्सिलॉन सॉरी ओमेगा म्यू सिग्मा. Gamma is equal to, for conducting media it is equal to omega mu sigma with an angle of 45 degree. Okay, so find out gamma. Under square root omega mu sigma with an angle of 45 degree. And the unit is per meter. What is the value of gamma? Akash. Ritu.
मैम कैलकुलेट करती है 1 मिनट.
Okay, what is the value? We have to solve one more example. Be quick.
Ma'am, 16.4 into 10 raised to minus 8.
16.4 into 10 raised to minus
8.
8 आलं. एक मिनिट चेक करतो. ओके 16.4 into 10 raised to प्लस ना प्लस 8 ना मायनस येत नाही. मायनस कसं येईल? मायनस येते. आता सिग्मा तुम्ही मेगा सिमेन्स घेतलाय ना इंटू 10 raised to 6 घेतलाय बरोबर. ओमेगा 2 पाय एफ एफ किती आहे 100 मेगाहर्ट्ज म्हणजे 100 into 10 raised to 6 झालं म्हणजे 10 raised to 6 10 raised to 6 10 raised to 12 झालं. ओके आणि म्यू तर काय म्यू नॉट म्यू आर आहे. म्यू नॉट आहे 4 पाय into 10 raised to minus 7. प्लस आहे ना, प्लस 10⁻+ काहीतरी येईल. आलंय का? किती आली व्हॅल्यू ऋतू?
मॅम ते +8च येते.
हा, +8. Okay, and what is the unit? It is in per meter.
पर मीटर. हा.
Okay. Now take this next example. It is for lossless media. Second example. A 9375 megahertz uniform plane wave is propagating in polystyrene having epsilon r is equal to 2.56. If the amplitude of electric field intensity म्हणजे E bar is 20 volts per meter and find the following things if the material is assumed to be lossless. If the material is assumed to be lossless, find V, beta, intrinsic impedance eta, lambda, wavelength, and gamma, that is propagation constant. So first let us find out velocity V. For lossless media it is, or for any media, small v is equal to 1/√μ epsilon. That is equal to 1/√μ naught μ r epsilon naught epsilon r. Right, tell me what is the value of V. So V I told you 1/√μ naught μ r epsilon naught and epsilon r. So check the value. Who is going to reply this? Yadnesh? Aishwarya Patil?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, काढले काय व्हॅल्यू किती आली आहे? Now for finding beta, we have beta is equal to omega divided by V. And omega is 2 pi f. F is given as 9375 megahertz. Lambda is equal to 2 pi by beta. And what is eta? Eta is equal to It is lossless media, so we have a smaller equation mu upon epsilon, or mu naught mu r divided by epsilon naught epsilon r, that is eta. And for gamma we have alpha is not there because there is sigma is not present, so alpha is 0. So 0 plus j beta is nothing but gamma. 0 plus j beta is nothing but gamma. So these all equations you have to use, find out. I have all the solutions with me right now. Velocity is 1.875 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Check करा आलाय का answer. Rishikesh. Tell me the answers. What is the answer? Manisha? Answer काय आलाय? Only 34 participants are there for this lecture. Okay, what is the velocity? Namrata, velocity किती आली आहे?
Ma'am, it is 1.8 into 10 raised to 8.
Okay. Check your answers. I have answers with me. 8.8 into 1.8 into 10 raised to 8. Okay. What is beta? It's constant. It is 3 point.
Ma'am, 3 to 7.24 radian per meter.
3 to 7 नाही 3.14 म्हणजे ते पायची व्हॅल्यू असते ना
हा
तेवढी
मॅम
येते.
हा 3.14 येते.
हा रॅडियन्स पर सेंटीमीटर मध्ये केलंय चालते.
हा ओके मॅम.
ओके. आणि दुसरी
3.14.
हा आणि पुढचं काय आहे? वेवलेंथ.
मॅम 19.2
19.2 काय?
into 10 raised to -3.
म्हणजे किती झालं ते? सेंटीमीटर मध्ये किती झालं? 19.2 into 10 raised to -3 मीटर मध्ये आलं ना?
हा मग मॅम 19.2 येणार ना सेंटीमीटर मध्ये.
नाही 100 ने डिवाइड करायला पाहिजे. 10 raised to 3 नाही 10 raised to 2 -2 पाहिजे. हा म्हणजे 1.9 into 10 raised to -2 मीटर.
हा येस
बरोबर?
मॅम.
म्हणजेच 2 सेंटीमीटर अप्रॉक्सिमेटली, राईट?
येस
हा
मॅम
मॅम
येस.
2 सेंटीमीटर
ओके.
येते.
मग आन्सर आहे बघ 2 सेंटीमीटर. नेक्स्ट पुढं काय आहे? इटा. इटा चेक करा. 235.6 ओहम्स. and gamma is alpha plus j beta, but alpha is 0, so it is only plus j beta. So it is beta आपला 3.14 radians per centimeter किंवा 314.3 radians per meter. बरोबर. So it is gamma is equal to 314.3 J, or we can say that 314.3 with an angle of 45 degree per meter.